Hey guys, welcome back to the Valley. I hope you guys are doing amazing today. I know it's been a little minute since we chatted and I have missed you guys. But y'all know we got some mess to get into per usual, okay? But before we get into the video, everyone smash that like button because it is good for your edges and your lineup. Okay guys, so there's a viral video that's been circulating on Twitter with a woman basically discussing her views on why the rap girls have been reluctant to sign to Nicki Minaj's label. And it's been going viral. It's gotten a lot of views and stirred up some controversy. So I wanted to bring it here and share it with you guys and see what you thought about it. Plus, I know I also promised in my last video that I would come back and explain why I don't think it's a good idea for Nicki to sign Bia to her label if she is indeed planning to sign her, and why I'm a little suspicious of Bia's intention with Nicki. Okay, so first let's get into this Twitter video where this lady is calling out the rap girls for not signing, okay? I'm gonna talk kind of through it with you guys, and I want you guys to chime in the comments below and let me know what you think.
Honey, so a lot of people have been saying, why is it that nobody wants to sign under Nicki Minaj's label? They don't want to sign under her label because they're in competition with her. They don't want to be under Nicki Minaj. They want to be better than Nicki Minaj. And a lot of the female rappers out here feel that if they sign under her, now they're beneath her. That's the mindset.
Now, I do want to stop it here real fast because I do agree that a lot of the rap girls are in fact aiming to be on the level of Nicki Minaj or higher. And that they feel like signing to Nicki could mean that, you know, they can't compete with her. Like, you know, if they're on her label, then they can't be competition to her. So they will probably have to remain smaller than her, right? So my question to you guys is, should we fault the rap girls for feeling like this, right? Because Nicki definitely, when she came out, she wanted to be better than all of her predecessors as well. Not to mention, Nicki has taken girls under her wing before, only to pull the rug out from underneath their feet once it was time for them to sell their album. So again, looking at it from other girls' perspective, are the girls wrong for seeing it this way? Instead
of looking at it as an honor to be on the same label as a rap icon who has been killing it and crushing it in this business for 20 years and counting. They're now all convinced that they're on the same level as her. And I get it. You have to be confident. You have to say you're the greatest. You're just as good. You're better. I get it. But let's be honest. They don't have what she has. She has it naturally. She's witty. She's talented. She's clever with her lyrics. She has a brain that I can't even really imagine what goes on inside her brain for her to be able to articulate and come up with these creative lyrics that she comes up with, and been crushing it for a very long time. I don't think a lot of them get it. She doesn't have to have artist development. She doesn't need training. She has this naturally, and a lot of them don't have it naturally.
Now, I do agree with what she said here, like 1,000%, okay? Because today's rap girls, they really don't have what Nicki has as far as talent, as far as wit. You know, a lot of them are popular because of social media, because of their looks, or like their personality, but most of their music is flops, okay? And I kind of blame Cardi B for this new generation of talentless female rappers, because Cardi B, low-key, when she came into the industry, she shook the industry up a little bit. And then it came out that she wasn't even writing her own raps, but she was still accepted into the industry as a mainstream rapper, and a rapper that could rival Nicki, right? So I think after that, all the girls kind of started to feel like, okay, well, I don't really need any real lyrical talent, right? I could still be a rapper and be compared to Nicki Minaj and be mentioned amongst the Nicki Minaj's, right? Because Cardi B was able to do it, right? So why not them? But I agree with this lady when she's saying that, you know, some of them just don't have it, because it's just not that simple. It's not as simple as they think it is. So I agree with her there.
Them don't have it naturally. But instead of them acknowledging it and working with the queen to all shine together, their mindset is, if I work under her label, then now I'm under her. Now I'm beneath. That's just not the case. Remember when Wayne signed her to Young Money? It was Young Money. She came in the door killing him. Some of her lyrics was better than his, and he even knew it. But he didn't care because he wanted a star on his label. I think they're missing out on an opportunity to understand that if they rock with her under her label, she will make sure that they do just as good, if not better than her, because she wants them to win.
Okay, so I also wanted to interject here a little bit, because While I do agree that, like the lady is saying, it would be an honor to be on the label of a legend, an icon like Nicki Minaj, I really am not sure if we could say that Nicki Minaj is going to make sure that her artists on her label are going to be doing well, and if not better than her. Because we already seen what happened to her artists that she currently has, right? What happened with her artist London Hill, who happens to be a very talented female rapper. It seems like London got shelved as soon as she got signed by Nicki, right? We never heard anything about London Hill since she signed with Nicki. But, you know, we've heard a lot about Lourdes, who's a singer that signed to Heavy on it, right? But we haven't heard about the female rapper, okay? We've heard Lourdes' name all up and down over and over. So does Nicki really want to sign a rapper that, you know, could possibly outdo her eventually? Or does she want to sign someone and kind of keep a gap between her and them?
Good, if not better than her, because she wants them to win. They see competition. I don't know that many people that wants to sign under their ops label. That's just it. Unfortunately, that's what it is, you know, and a lot of people want to try to make it seem like it's because she's difficult to work. They don't have a collaborative mindset. They don't want to collaborate musically with her. Of course, they want her name tied to their name because she's big and she's great and she's an icon and extremely talented. She's Nicki Minaj. They want to be tied to her greatness and they want the features, but they don't want to collaborate in a setting of where now they'd be on her label, in their eyes, working underneath the queen instead of on the same side as the queen. And so that's going to create some problems because that's what their mindset is. You know, it's competition. They're not going to work right by their competition. They're going to work against their competition. And if that means teaming up with other people who Nicki Minaj has beefed with or had issues with, that's what they're going to do. I think a lot of people can agree that in the industry, it could be a lot of challenging people to work with. But I think for the most part, they don't want to sign with her because they don't want to be underneath Nicki Minaj. They want to be better than her, on top of her, over her, seen as higher or equal to her. And unfortunately, they just don't have the catalog for that. That's just my 2 cents.
Okay, so that was the entire snippet, guys. Tell me what you think in the comments. Do you agree with her? I do agree with her to some extent, but I do feel like she is a little biased. And I feel like she places the entire blame of people not signing to Heavy on it on the other rap girls. Like, she's not giving any accountability or any fault to Nicki or Heavy on it. And I feel like there's always 2 sides to a story. And this lady is basically saying that all the other girls are in the wrong because they don't want to sign to Nicki because they want to be in competition with Nicki, right? And that's the reason why they're refusing to sign. She also said that they don't have a collaborative mindset and they felt like signing to Nicki meant that they were beneath her. But I want to have a real conversation real quick because while I can respect that she has these little biases and I understand her biases, I also see the other side of it and I see the reality of it, right? And the flip side of the coin is that, you know, if we're being real, Nicki Minaj really doesn't want any rap girl to be able to outdo her or like challenge her throne, right? Like not now, not ever. So if we think about it, any female rapper, whether they are assigned to her or not, Nicki is going to look at them as competition, right? Not the other way around. Because Nicki is going to make sure that she remains the queen of rap. And, you know, this is very obvious, right? That she wants to remain the queen of rap indefinitely, right? And that anyone else who is signed to her or otherwise, you know, she wants them to be a princess, right? This is very, very evident in how she moves. She raps about it, right? She says, I'm number 1, y'all go argue over top 4, okay? That's Nicki's mindset, like, for real, for real. So, you know, this lady, she's saying that the rap girls, you know, they don't want to be on the same side as Nicki, but what does that really look like, okay? You know, are they just going to be considered like a lapdog? Are they going to be like a princess? Will they have the opportunity to be as successful as Nicki underneath her? You know, we kind of saw a little bit of what it looked like to be on Nicki's side with JT. And that didn't turn out so well. And we also know from those leaked text messages, Ice Spice already told us that Nicki's asking them for 100% of their publishing, right? So do they not have a right to reject that deal? Do they also not have a right to be like, okay, you got London Hill on your label, she's a female rapper, you know, we haven't really seen you pushing or promoting her, so, you know, why would we sign? Like, they don't have a right to say that. I mean, Nicki has definitely, don't get it wrong, Nicki has definitely earned her respect in the music world, like as an artist, as a female rapper, right? But she has not yet earned the respect in the industry as a label, right? As Nicki Minaj, the artist manager. So she still has to get that part together and develop that part of herself before she can really just expect these girls to sign. Now, she can expect these girls to want to hop on records with her because they know that she's a great artist, but they can't be sure that she's a great label or she's a great manager, right? And let's be honest, Nicki Minaj, she announced her label like over a year ago, back in March of 23, right? But when she announced it, we didn't hear anything else about London Hill. It seemed like she was shelved and dropped from the label in less than a year. So it really is not a good look for Nicki Minaj as a label, right? In my opinion. But she is still new as a label, and I feel like there's room for growth. And I feel like, you know, honestly, the rap girls don't even have to want to compete with Nicki Minaj to turn the deal down. They can kind of look at her label's track record and look at that contract where she's asking for 100% of publishing and know that maybe it's not the best deal, or at least it's not the best deal for them. And, you know, honestly, I don't see anything wrong with that. And I do want Nicki to focus on developing her label and developing the artists that she already has for a little bit and kind of see where that actually goes before she tries to slap any of these other rap girls with any more paperwork. I mean, if you don't want to work with them without paperwork, that's fine. Don't work with them. But make sure that when you bring them the paperwork, that they can't be out here having conversations that's going to get out to the public that, you know, you out here giving shady deals. You trying to diddy people. Like, you know, just, I don't know. I want her to work on developing her label. Okay, guys, so I'm actually going to have to cut the video right here. I know I said that I was going to give you guys my perspective on why Nicki should not sign Bia. But guys, unfortunately, I'm going to have to do that in the next video because I just don't want this video to be too long. It seems like, you know, if I talk longer than 10 or 15 minutes, y'all just don't, you know, be here for that. So I'm going to cut the video here, guys. I'm so sorry, but I'm going to talk about that in the very next video that I'm going to upload in a few hours. I promise. So make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys like the video. Give me your opinion on what you think about what this lady said. You know, do you guys feel like the rap girls are just, you know, trying to be too much in competition with Nicki and they see her as an op and that's why they don't want to sign? Or do you guys think that maybe Nicki is asking a little bit too much, or she might not have the track record right now? Let me know you guys' thoughts in the comments below, and I'll talk to you guys in the very next video. Subscribe, and it'll be in a few hours, okay? Bye.